Charlotte Cardin. Charlotte Cardin is a Canadian singer and songwriter known for her blend of pop, jazz, and R&B. Singing in both English and French, she first gained attention in 2013 as a finalist on La Voix, the Quebec version of The Voice. Her 2016 debut EP, Big Boy, introduced her soulful vocal style, followed by Main Girl in 2017, which earned her Juno nominations for Breakthrough Artist and Songwriter of the Year. Cardin's breakthrough came with her first full-length album, Phoenix 2021, which debuted at #1 in Canada. The album featured the hit single Meaningless and went on to win 4 Juno Awards, including Album of the Year and Artist of the Year. She followed up in 2023 with the album 99 Nights, which included standout tracks like Confetti and Looping, peaking at #3 on the Canadian Albums chart. Later that year, she released the Une Semaine à Paris EP, a bilingual project featuring both new material and reimagined versions of her recent hits. In 2024, Cardin released the single Lonely with Our Love, continuing to build her international fan base with emotional songwriting and genre-blending production. CKay, Chukwuka Ekweyani, is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, and producer, known globally for his breakout hit, Love Nwantiti. Born in Kaduna, Nigeria, he began producing music at a young age and rose through the ranks working with local artists before signing with Chocolate City Music. His signature blend of Afrobeats, R&B, and pop set him apart, and Love Nwantiti became a viral global hit in 2019. The song later exploded on TikTok in 2021, sparking a worldwide dance challenge and helping it chart in over 30 countries, including the Billboard Hot 100, UK official charts, and multiple Spotify Global Top 10s. CKay followed up with successful singles like Emiliana and Felony, building a catalog that resonates across continents. His 2021 EP Boyfriend and debut album Sad Romance 2022 received international praise, featuring collaborations with artists like Joeboy, Davido, Oxlade, and Moonchild Sanelli. In addition to being a vocalist, CKay is also a skilled multi-instrumentalist and producer, crafting his own tracks with layered emotional depth and rhythm-driven production. He's been nominated for awards like the Headies and Sound City MVPs, continuing to gain traction as a genre-blending artist with a growing global fan base. COBRAH. COBRAH is a Swedish electronic artist, producer, and songwriter, known for her experimental sound and bold visual style. Born Clara Sophie Blom Christensen, she first made waves in 2018 with the release of her debut single, Evka, followed by the EP Icon in 2019. Her music blends elements of electro, house, pop, and techno, often layered with themes of sexuality, identity, and power. Across 2019, she followed up with singles like Wet, You Know Me, and T, via Rinse, continuing to build her distinct aesthetic and underground following. She gained wider recognition with the release of her self-titled EP COBRAH in 2021, which included tracks praised for their high-energy production and club-ready hooks. The release features songs like Good Puss and cemented her status as a unique voice in electronic pop. COBRAH is also known for her DIY approach, writing, producing, and performing her music independently, often accompanied by stylized visuals and boundary-pushing live performances. Her work has received praise from electronic and alternative music circles, with growing attention across Europe and beyond. With her genre-blurring sound and creative control, COBRAH continues to carve out her own lane in modern electronic music. Coldplay. Coldplay is one of the most globally successful bands of the 21st century, known for their emotional anthems, genre-blending experimentation, and record-breaking tours. Formed in 1997 at University College London, the band, Chris Martin, Johnny Buckland, Guy Berryman, and Will Champion, broke through in 2000 with Parachutes featuring the hit Yellow. They followed with A Rush of Blood to the Head, 2002, and X and Y, 2005, earning Grammy Awards for tracks like Clocks and In My Place. In 2008, Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends became their first US #1 album. Coldplay continued to evolve sonically with Milo Xyloto, 2011, Ghost Stories, 2014, and A Head Full of Dreams, 2015, collaborating with artists like Rihanna, Beyoncé, and the Chainsmokers. Their album Everyday Life, 2019, was politically charged and nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammys. They returned to a more conceptual, pop-driven sound with Music of the Spheres, 2021, featuring BTS, and Moon Music, 2024, which top charts globally. Across 10 studio albums, Coldplay has sold over 100 million records and earned multiple Grammy Awards, becoming one of the world's most enduring and influential modern bands. Colton Dixon. Colton Dixon is an American Christian pop rock artist known for his powerful vocals and inspirational themes. He gained national recognition as a finalist on American Idol in 2012 and quickly translated that momentum into a successful music career. His debut album, A Messenger, 2013, topped the Billboard Christian Albums chart and broke into the top 20 of the Billboard 200, establishing him as a major force in contemporary Christian music. Following its success, Dixon released Anchor, 2014, also a Christian chart topper, led by the hit single, More of You. He expanded his sound with the 2015 project, The Calm Before the Storm, which included acoustic and electronic remix EPs. His third studio album, Identity, 2017, returned him to #1 on the Christian chart, solidifying his place in the genre. In 2020, Dixon made his major label debut with the Colton Dixon EP on Atlantic Records, exploring a more pop-centric style. He reached new heights in 2022 with the platinum-selling Christian hit Build a Boat, which also featured a duet version with Gabby Barrett. The single and follow-up, My Light, were featured on his Canvas EP 2023, showcasing a matured sound, blending faith-based lyrics with mainstream pop appeal. Cordae. Cordae is a Grammy-nominated rapper known for his introspective storytelling, lyrical sharpness, and ability to bridge generations of hip-hop. First emerging as YBN Cordae, he gained attention in 2018 with viral tracks like Old Niggas, a response to J. Cole, and My Name Is, a tribute to Eminem. He followed that buzz with YBN The Mixtape, collaborating with YBN Namir and YBN Almighty J. In 2019, Cordae released his debut solo album, The Lost Boy, featuring Chance the Rapper, Anderson .Paak, Pusha T, and Meek Mill. The project earned him 2 Grammy nominations for Best Rap Album and Best Rap Song, Bad Idea. In 2020, he dropped the YBN tag and returned in 2022 with his sophomore album, From a Bird's Eye View, boasting features from Eminem, Lil Wayne, Her, and Gunna. It debuted at number 13 on the Billboard 200. Cordae remained active with notable singles and collaborations, including Doomsday with Juice WRLD, 210s with Anderson .Paak, and Saturday Mornings with Lil Wayne. In 2024, he released his third studio album, The Crossroads, featuring Juicy J, Kanye West, and Joey Badass. Though it debuted lower on the charts, the album showcased his evolving sound and continued artistic ambition. Kuruk. Kuruk is the musical project of Nashville-based singer, songwriter, and producer Corinne Savage, celebrated for blending sharp-witted lyricism with infectious alt-pop melodies. After studying at Berklee College of Music and honing their craft in Pittsburgh, they gained attention in 2021 with the humorous, genre-blurring debut single, Sims. The track went viral and led to a deal with Atlantic Records. In 2022, Kuruk released their debut EP, Achu, which featured Sims, IDK God, and Bad Friend, showcasing their knack for turning personal, emotional topics into quirky, memorable songs. Singles like BDSM and It's Okay followed, further building their identity as a voice for self-expression and outsider joy. Kuruk broke through to a wider audience in 2023 with the viral sensation If I Were a Fish, a collaboration with Olivia Barton that became a TikTok anthem celebrating self-acceptance and vulnerability. The track cemented their reputation for turning simple, authentic messages into cultural moments. In 2025, they released their debut full-length album, Committed to a Bit, led by fan favorites Blankets and They. The album reinforced Kuruk's place in the alt-pop world with clever writing, genre-hopping production, and an emotionally resonant, often humorous lens on identity and human connection. David. David is a rising indie pop and alt R&B artist, known for his atmospheric, emotionally rich songs that blend lo-fi production with raw storytelling. Born David Burke in Houston, Texas, he began his creative journey making Fortnite videos before teaching himself music production on BandLab. He went viral in 2022 with the melancholic single Romantic Homicide, which cracked the Billboard Hot 100 and led to a deal with Dark Room Records. In 2023, he released 2 EPs, Petals to Thorns and The Lost Petals, which established his signature sound, introspective, genre melding, and highly internet native. Tracks like Here With Me and Sleep Well gained strong streaming traction, supported by a cinematic visual style and moody sonic palette. Throughout 2024, David expanded his audience with soundtrack contributions, including Feel It for Invincible and Remember Me for Arcane, plus the single Leave Her and a collaboration with 21 Savage, Call Me Revenge. His full-length debut, Withered, arrived in 2025, reaching the top 20 of the Billboard 200 and peaking at number 3 on the Alternative Albums chart. Featuring standout tracks like What Are You Waiting For? And a duet with Kali Uchis on Crashing, the album confirmed David's status as one of alt-pop's most promising new voices. Daniel Seavey. Daniel Seavey is a singer, producer, and multi-instrumentalist who first found success as a member of the platinum-selling group Why Don't We? After appearing on American Idol in 2015, he joined forces with Jack Avery, Jonah Murray, Corbin Besson, and Zach Herron to form the band. Their debut album, 8 Letters 2018, hit number 9 on the Billboard 200, followed by The Good Times and The Bad Ones in 2021, which also landed in the top 10. When the group went on hiatus, Seavey turned inward and started creating music on his own. Working from his home studio, he released his first solo EP, Dancing in the Dark, in 2023, featuring songs like Can We Pretend That We're Good, Runaway, and I Tried. In 2025, he followed it up with his debut album, Second Wind, led by the singles Gateway Drug and If I Ever Get to Heaven. The album debuted at number 12 on the UK Albums chart and showed a more personal side of Seavey's music, written, produced, and performed entirely by him. Defcap for Cutie. Defcap for Cutie is a Grammy-nominated American indie rock band known for introspective lyrics, moody instrumentation, and a defining role in the early 2000s emo and indie scene. Formed in Bellingham, Washington by Ben Gibbard and Chris Walla, the group began as a dorm room project that grew into a full band, with bassist Nick Harmer and a rotating lineup of drummers, including longtime member Jason McGurr. The band debuted with Something About Airplanes in 1998 and gained momentum with We Have the Facts and We're Voting Yes 2000 and the photo album 2001. Their breakthrough came with 2003's Transatlanticism, whose tracks appeared in shows like The OC and helped push them into the mainstream. Signing with Atlantic in 2005, they released Plans, featuring hits like I Will Follow You Into the Dark. The Darker Narrow Stairs 2008 debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. Later albums like Codes and Keys 2011 and Kintsugi 2015 marked sonic shifts, including a departure from longtime producer Walla. The band continued evolving with Thank You for Today 2018, adding members Dave Depper and Zach Ray to the lineup. Defcap remains a cornerstone of 21st century indie rock. Deux Visages. Deux Visages is a rising indie rock band known for their gritty guitar work, gauzy melodies, and emotionally resonant songwriting. Hailing from Miami, the quartet, Daphne Himono, vocals, Jack Chiu, guitar, Tony Juvine, bass, and Antoine Lapin, drums. Formed in high school and began shaping their distinct sound by blending the raw urgency of early 2000s indie rock with elements of modern alt-pop and shoegaze. Their early recordings, self-released during the pandemic, hinted at their potential, but it was their 2023 singles Cheetah and Tethered that sharpened their identity. Buzzing riffs, layered harmonies, and confessional lyrics delivered with a sense of immediacy. Drawing comparisons to The Strokes, Mitski, Paramore, and even Talking Heads, Deux Visages walks a line between nostalgia and fresh emotional punch. With a growing local following and increasingly buzzworthy live shows, they earned a slot at Miami's 3 Points Festival and signed with Atlantic Records by the end of 2023. Their third single, February, dropped in early 2024 and was quickly followed by national tour dates supporting Sir Chloe. With a unique voice and tight chemistry, Deux Visages is quickly establishing themselves as one of indie rock's most exciting new acts. Don Toliver. Don Toliver is a genre-blurring singer and rapper from Houston, Texas, known for his atmospheric blend of trap, R&B, and psychedelic soundscapes. Born Caleb Zachary Toliver, he first gained mainstream attention in 2018 with a standout feature on Travis Scott's Astroworld track, Can't Say. Signed to Scott's Cactus Jack Records, Toliver soon joined the Jack Boys compilation project, which debuted at number 1. His 2020 debut album, Heaven or Hell, showcased his knack for melodic hooks and surreal production, anchored by viral hits like No Idea and After Party. He He followed with 2021's Life of a Don, featuring Baby Keem, Kali Uchis, and Scott Again, debuting at number 2 on the Billboard 200. In 2023, Toliver dropped Lovesick, a lush, guest-heavy project featuring Justin Bieber, Future, and Glorilla. His 4th studio album, Hardstone Psycho, arrived in 2024 with contributions from Lil Uzi Vert, Cash Cobain, and Travis Scott, debuting at number 3 on the Billboard chart. He closed 2024 strong with the single Bandit, and in 2025, he released LV Bag, featuring J-Hope and Pharrell Williams. With his moody tone, hypnotic vocal style, and flair for cross-genre collaboration, Don Toliver continues to shape the modern sound of hip-hop and R&B. Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is a British singer-songwriter whose blend of heartfelt lyrics, catchy melodies, and acoustic pop has made him one of the most successful artists of his generation. Since the release of his debut album, Plus, in 2011, which featured the breakout hit The A-Team, Sheeran has dominated global charts with each subsequent release. His follow-up albums, X Multiply, Divide, number 6 collaborations project, Equals, and Mind Subtract, have all debuted at number 1 in the UK, spawning hits like Shape of You, Thinking Out Loud, Perfect, and Bad Habits. Sheeran's 7th album, Autumn Variations 2023, marked a more introspective turn. Produced by Aaron Dessner, in 2025, he began teasing his 8th studio album, Play, expected in September, with the single Azizam leading the campaign. Beyond his solo work, Sheeran is a prolific collaborator and songwriter, penning hits for artists like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and The Weeknd. His tours consistently break attendance records, including the Divide Tour, the highest grossing of all time. With over a decade of hits and awards, including multiple Grammys and Brits, Sheeran continues to evolve his sound while remaining a global pop fixture. Enchanting. Enchanting was a rising Texas-born rapper known for her distinct melodic flow and emotionally raw lyricism. She first gained attention through online releases before signing with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records under Atlantic in 2020. Her style, a mix of trap, R&B, and melodic rap, quickly resonated with fans, especially through her features on 1017 compilation albums and collaborations with other Southern rap artists. She dropped 2 full-length albums under the label, No Love 2022 and Love Scarred 2023, both showcasing her versatility and vulnerability. Notable tracks from these projects include No Love featuring Big Scar and Key Glock, and Track and Field with Khalid, which helped expand her audience. Enchanting also teamed up with Gucci Mane on standout collaborations like It's a Photo Shoot and Big Chant. Her music often explored themes of heartbreak, street loyalty, and self-worth, set against moody trap production. Other highlights from her catalog include Want Some, Ballin' Lead, featuring K-Shade, and Dead Ops with Big Scar. Enchanting's voice and presence made her one of the more promising talents in the 1017 roster, building a loyal fan base drawn to her authenticity and melodic grit. Enisa. Enisa is a Brooklyn-born pop and R&B singer-songwriter whose powerful vocals and global influences have carved out a space for her in the modern pop landscape. With roots tracing back to Albania, she blends soulful melodies, sleek production, and emotional storytelling into sleek, radio-ready tracks that have gained her an international fan base. After building momentum online through covers and original music, Enisa signed with Atlantic Records in partnership with Highbridge, the label. Her breakout single, Love Cycle Remix, featuring Davido, helped solidify her cross-cultural appeal, blending Afro beats with her signature pop R&B fusion. She followed that with empowering anthems like Blame It On Me, the flirty Just a Kiss, Moi, and the energetic Olay. Her collaborations stretch across borders and genres, including Never Knew Love with UK producers Riton Belters Only and Aloe with Anastasia. Enisa's sound draws from her multicultural background and a love for classic soul and modern pop, leading to an emotionally resonant, often uplifting style. Known for her bold presence and fashion-forward visuals, Enisa continues to grow her audience both in the US and abroad, bringing a fresh, international energy to the Atlantic Records roster. Faouzia. Faouzia is a Moroccan-born, Canada-raised singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist, known for her powerful vocals and genre-blending sound that fuses Western pop, R&B, and Arabic influences. Classically trained on piano and violin, she brings a technical precision and emotional depth to every performance. Born in Casablanca and raised in Manitoba, Faouzia grew up surrounded by a blend of cultures and sounds, from Kulthum and Cheb Khaled to Beyoncé and Adele. Her multilingual abilities, English, French, and Arabic dialects, and global musical perspective shine through in her work. Faouzia began earning attention in her teens, winning international songwriting competitions and collaborating with major artists like David Guetta, Battle, Nino, and Kelly Clarkson, I Dare You. Her major label debut came after signing with Atlantic Records, kicking off with 2020's stripped-back piano EP, Stripped, and followed by 2022's Citizens, which featured her breakout duet, Minefields, with John Legend. She's also appeared on soundtracks like Scoob with Galantis on I Fly, and is known for her soaring vocal range, cinematic production, and deeply personal lyricism. With her striking visuals, genre-defying sound, and growing global fan base, Faouzia is positioned as one of pop's most distinct rising voices. Finesse 2 Times. Finesse 2 Times, real name Ricky Hampton, is a Memphis-born rapper known for his booming voice, motivational delivery, and gritty Southern style. Rising from adversity, he built a reputation for blending street realism with sharp lyrical wit and unfiltered confidence. He first gained recognition in 2019 with his mixtape Hustle and Flow, but it was the viral 2022 hit Back End that launched him into the mainstream. That same year, Finesse ended a public feud with fellow Memphis rapper Moneybagg Yo and signed with Bread Gang and J. Prince Jr.'s Mob Ties Records in a joint deal with Atlantic Records. His debut commercial mixtape, 90 Days, featured heavyweights like Lil Baby, Gucci Mane, and Tay Keith, further cementing his arrival on the national scene. Finesse 2 Times is no stranger to personal trials. He served prison time for robbery and a weapons charge, but emerged in 2022, focused on transformation and legacy. His music reflects both pain and perseverance, often wrapped in hard-hitting trap production and unapologetic declarations of ambition. In 2024, he released his first official studio album, Art of War. While it didn't chart, Finesse continues to grow a loyal fan base through authenticity, resilience, and relentless hustle, true to his Memphis roots. FKA Twigs. FKA Twigs is an experimental pop icon whose genre-defying sound merges ethereal vocals with electronic, R&B, and industrial textures. A classically trained dancer and singer, Twigs, born Talia Barnett, emerged in the early 2010s with EP1 and EP2 quickly earning praise for her haunting voice and boundary-pushing visuals. Her 2014 debut album, LP1, introduced the world to her fusion of vulnerability and futuristic production, landing a Mercury Prize nomination and international acclaim. Known for weaving performance art, fashion, and film into her work, Twigs expanded her creative vision with 2015's Mel 155X and the emotionally raw 2019 album Magdalene, shaped by personal healing and artistic rebirth. In 2022, she lightened her palette with Capra Songs, a vibrant mixtape featuring The Weeknd, Pasalou, and Daniel Caesar. Her 2025 album, Eusexua, marked a new evolution, blending trance and techno influences, inspired by the Prague underground scene and her acting role in The Crow. The project further showcased Twigs' devotion to sonic exploration and emotional expression. Whether through avant-garde choreography or introspective lyricism, FKA Twigs continues to redefine the possibilities of modern pop, establishing herself as a singular, multidisciplinary force in contemporary music. Flowerkid. Flowerkid is the indie pop project of Sydney-born songwriter and producer Flynn Sant, whose deeply emotional music channels raw vulnerability into lush atmospheric soundscapes. Bursting onto the scene as a teenager, Flowerkid first gained attention with the aching piano ballad Late Night Therapy in 2018, followed closely by the acoustic Boy with the Winfields and the Wild Heart. His confessional lyricism and DIY production style quickly caught the ear of Australian radio outlet Triple J, leading to a surge in online streams and industry recognition. In 2020, Flowerkid signed with Warner Music Australia, Atlantic US, and Parlophone UK, and joined a management roster that included Billie Eilish and Finesse. His 2021 debut EP, Everyone Has a Breaking Point, marked a turning point, blending soft-spoken introspection with fuller indie rock arrangements. The EP's breakout track, It's Happening Again featuring Kutska, earned placements on major streaming playlists. His second EP, Let It Be Enough 2023, dove deeper into dream pop and ambient textures, capturing the quiet heaviness of internal struggle. With emotionally charged storytelling, tender vocals, and evolving production, Flowerkid continues to create honest, cinematic music that resonates with anyone grappling with identity, heartbreak, or healing. Fiana Boss. Fiana Boss is the unapologetically bold rap duo made up of Bobby Lanier and Folayan Kunarede, blending sharp lyricism, comedic flair, and high-energy beats into a sound that's as confident as it is chaotic. Originally from Detroit and Dallas, respectively, the two met while studying at the Musicians Institute in Hollywood, where their instant chemistry eventually led to the formation of Fiana Boss, a name that cheekily nods to diva royalty Diana Ross. After dropping early singles and catching local buzz, the duo signed a joint venture with Atlantic Records in 2021 through VNCLM. But it wasn't until 2023 that they broke out with the viral sensation You Wish, an electrifying anthem paired with hilarious TikTok videos of the duo sprinting through iconic locations while mouthing the lyrics. The campaign exploded, earning them over 1 million followers and a Missy Elliott remix. That same year, they dropped 3 EPs, Boffum, Vitamin FB, and Make It a Double, featuring songs like Trash Boy and Bitch I'm a Star. 2024 brought their 4th EP, This Ain't the Album, as well as a tour with Janelle Monáe and their own headlining shows. Fiana Boss continue to carve out space in hip-hop with humor, heart, and absolute chaos. Foogiano. Foogiano, real name Kwame Brown, is a Georgia-born rapper known for his playful delivery, fast-paced flow, and gritty Southern charisma. Hailing from Greensboro, Foogiano began writing poetry in his teens, eventually channeling his raw storytelling into rap. After a series of legal troubles and a prison sentence, he emerged with renewed focus and quickly made waves in the Atlanta trap scene. He first grabbed attention in 2020 with the viral hit Molly, Baby Mama, which earned a high-profile remix featuring DaBaby. That same year, his career leveled up when he became the first artist signed to Gucci Mane's new 1017 label. Foogiano was prominently featured on Gucci's compilation So Icy Summer, where his sharp lyricism and distinct Southern drawl stood out. Later in 2020, he dropped his debut album, Gutter Baby, a punchy, trap-heavy project featuring appearances from Lil Baby, Jacquees, Pooh Shiesty, Tay Keith, and Gucci himself. In 2022, he released Gutter Baby Reloaded, which added standout tracks like Slicin' and Body for Body. With his mix of street energy, raw emotion, and charisma, Foogiano quickly carved out a spot in the next wave of Southern rap stars, anchored by loyalty to the streets and a co-sign from one of trap's biggest icons. Forest Blakk. Forest Blakk is a Canadian singer and songwriter from Montreal. He started making music under the name Forest Blakk in 2015, after leaving his first band, Makeshift Innocence. The band had found some success, even earning a Juno nomination in 2013. But Forrest decided to go solo and focus on more personal songs. He released his first singles in 2018 and 2019, including Put Your Hands Up, which was featured on Grey's Anatomy. In 2020, he signed with Atlantic Records and released an EP called Sideways. Later that year, his single, If You Love Her, became a breakout moment. A duet version with Meghan Trainor followed in 2021 and helped the song reach a wider audience. Both versions of If You Love Her were included on his 2022 EP, Every Little Detail, which earned him a Juno nomination for Fan Choice. He kept the momentum going with more singles like Fall Into Me, and in 2023, he put out a holiday EP. His most recent project, Undone, Love and Loss, came out in 2024 and includes songs like I Choose You and Love Somebody Again. Foster the People. Foster the People is an indie pop band from Los Angeles, best known for their hit Pumped Up Kicks. The band started in 2009 as a project by Mark Foster and eventually added bassist Cubby Fink and drummer Mark Pontius. Their breakout came in 2010 when Pumped Up Kicks started getting airplay on K-Rock and spreading online. The song later appeared on their debut album Torches in 2011, which reached the top 10 in the US. In 2014, they released their second album, Supermodel, produced by Paul Epworth. It had a broader sound and debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200. They followed that with Sacred Hearts Club in 2017, which leaned more into 80s-style synth-pop. The single Sit Next to Me became another fan favorite. After some lineup changes, including the departure of original drummer Mark Pontius in 2021, the band returned in 2024 with Paradise State of Mind, The album explored funk and disco influences and was recorded between Los Angeles and London. It features songs like Lost in Space, Take Me Back, and Low Vibrations. That's a wrap on part 2. We've still got more artists and stories to go, so stay tuned for part 3. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.